All right, so in this video, I wanted to cover 5 sneakers that are very comfortable that you guys probably will not try. So let's go ahead and jump into this one. I hope you guys enjoy. What is going on, guys? Hess here. Hopefully you're having a good day out there. Thank you guys for stopping by and watching. If you guys enjoyed this content, please drop a like. If you guys want to see other top 5 videos off the wall, sort of different like this, drop a comment in the comment section for suggestions and ideas, and I'll definitely be looking at those. And if you guys like other people's suggestions, give them a thumbs up so I can see them, so I can start doing more top 5 videos again, because I want to get after them, and this one is a fun one, and I thought you guys would enjoy it. So 5 comfort sneakers that I think that you guys will not try. Some of the reasons why you guys won't try these, maybe due to the price point being out of reach, just too expensive for somebody to want to try a pair of sneakers, or maybe they're just ugly, or maybe there's a stigma to the brand and you guys don't want to try it because of that. But hopefully you guys find this video kind of fun, and let's go ahead and jump into it. Number 5 spot goes to the Yeezy 450s, and I think this is one of those shoes that most people, like on average, that are not like sneakerheads, understand even what these things are. It's just one of those shoes that are the most bizarre looking, elfy, gummy sort of shoes with the weird design up the sides. Now, they're not comfortable in the sense of like a 380 or a 350 V2 or a 700. Those ones have like more boost in them and stuff, and I like that. This has more of a ground feel to them because there's not too much going on underfoot. I kind of like that though. Sometimes you just need a nice ground feel, low profile shoe, and not one that has maximum cushioning, which is funny and weird coming from myself, I know, but I like to mix it up. I don't like to wear max cushion all the time. Any which way, 450 is comfortable, low profile kind of feel on foot. A very interesting look, very elfy feel. Definitely something that you wear them and you're like, I think I'm pulling this off. But then at the end of the day, you're like, I don't know if I'm pulling this off, because it's just, again, it's just a weird vibe. But I feel like it's going to be one of those shoes that most people, especially if you're like a Jordan head and likes, you know, your Air Jordan 1s and you like your Air Maxes and stuff, it's just one of those shoes that are like, yeah, I like sneakers, but I don't like sneakers that much, like, or to that extent. It's one of the eyesores out there, and I feel like a lot of people are probably not going to give it a try because of that. And you guys can weigh in the comment section. Since most of my audience is probably real sneakerhead-centric people, you guys have seen the model. Is it something you guys have actually wanted to try or not? Or are they just too ugly for you to try? Ultimately, I think they're actually really comfortable, but if you guys have a difference in opinion, of course, leave a comment. As a runner-up and kind of tied to that, I did want to throw the foam runners in the mix as well, because these obviously have a challenge for cuteness. Like, that's a really nice way of saying that they're ugly, right? I mean, these are fugly. Like, it's like a really extreme alien version of a pair of Crocs. I think they're pretty wild and crazy looking. They are super comfortable though, but it's one of those things that I think most people will just be like, nah, miss me with those. Like, I'd rather wear the Yeezy slides, which are pretty comfortable as well. But this is one of those ones where they're like, nah, I'm not really feeling that. Now, I know from most of us sneakerhead peoples, like, we want to give it a try. And actually, I had the very first pair that came out, and I sold them when they came out because I thought they would be releasing a lot more pairs in years now. Later, they have more pairs available. They're a little bit easier to get. I actually got this pair from Kicks World, which is a sneaker subscription service. If you guys want to save 30% off of your first month at Kicks World, you can use my link in the description. It will get you the 30% off. You basically check out a pair of sneakers for the month, you wear them, then you send them back, and then if you want to cancel your subscription, you can, or you can get another pair of sneakers for the next month. But anyway, if you're interested in using Kicks World, link in the description. That's where I got these ones from, because I wanted to check them out and just see how they were again, because I had the original ones again, and I got rid of them, and now I have another pair, and I can still say, yeah, they're really, really comfortable. So that is the number 5 spot. Number 4, we're going to go with the APL Streamline. Now, this model I think looks really cool. It's a nice running pair of sneakers. However, I don't think a lot of people are going to give this shoe a try because the price point is $300. And you look at the shoe and you're like, why would they charge $300 for that? Well, that's kind of what APL does. If you're not familiar with APL, they're actually the sneaker company that released the shoes that got banned by the NBA. They had kind of a catapult action in the shoes, and supposedly it gave people an unfair advantage to jump higher. They got banned by the NBA, but they kind of pivoted to like an Athlesure brand. They actually do have basketball sneakers again, which I reviewed some from last year. Anyway, APL has the Streamline model, and it looks really cool. It does look kind of like a knockoff Nike in a sense, but it does have a proprietary foam in the midsole that's actually really comfortable. The upper looks nice as well, and all in all, like, it's a pretty decent product. And right now they actually have an even more expensive version at $320, known as the Tech Loom Zipline, which is kind of like the updated version with a knit version instead of the fused material or whatever they used for the previous. And I actually really like the look of these ones too, but 320 is a crazy, crazy price point. A lot of people aren't going to be able to try these out just because of the barrier to entry, which is why it is the number 4 spot on my list. All right, so the number 3 spot goes to one of my favorite sneakers, comfort sneakers specifically, but in general as well in the last 2 years for new models, and it is the New Balance Laredo. Now the retail on these are $225, and at first glance you're like, why would they charge $225 for this product? It doesn't look like it's anything crazy fancy or anything. Then you look at it a little closer and you see little hits of actual carbon fiber in that midsole, and then you see the FuelCell midsole and how soft and squishy it is. The upper is actually really nice and premium feeling also. You put them on and you're like, okay, like super, super comfortable. One of my most traveled sneakers in the last couple of years. I took them to Vegas. I took them to Hawaii twice, actually. It's just a really, really comfortable pair of shoes. You can actually get them $30 off right now, which doesn't sound like a lot, especially since the price still comes in at $195 versus the $225. But I'm telling you guys, it's just one of those products that are absolutely beautiful. If you're a fan of New Balance and the sneaker cushioning technologies that they offer, like this one is unbelievable. It's crazy how soft and squishy the FuelCell is, but the balance is there on the shoe as well. It's just an all-around excellent product and one of my favorites, as I mentioned. Number 2 spot goes to the Mizuno Energy. I know it's weird. It's Energy, not Energy. I don't understand. It's honestly kind of like confusing, and I own the shoe and it's confusing. The more confusing part is the $300 sticker tag on these things, but then even more confusing is just the look. I mean, they're crazy, bulbous, weird. It is a very, very interesting, odd concept shoe at the price point of $300. Now, even at $200 on sale, I don't think people are going to be touching these things. They just look too weird. That being said, they're actually really comfortable on feet. I believe it has a dual density foam inside these things. So it's a carrier foam on the outside, a softer foam on the inside, but it's really like a comfortable shoe. Once you put them on, there's a nice feel on feet. It's just a bizarre, bulbous, odd looking shoe, and definitely one of the ugliest shoes to release in the last couple of years. I feel like I need to do like a top 10 ugly sneakers video again. If you guys want to see that, drop a comment in the comment section, but definitely would be on the list. These things are nuts. The Mizuno Energy, which is again just wild and weird. All right, so we made it to the number 1 spot on the countdown. If you guys enjoyed the video, drop a like on the video. It means a lot when you guys do that. It's free to do as well. Appreciate y'all for doing that. And then subscribe again if you guys are interested in more content like this. The number 1 spot on the list goes to the Skechers Hyperburst Go Run Glide. This thing looks like a braided midsole of weirdness, but at the end of the day, Skechers is not a brand that sneaker people really appreciate too much. There's runners that might appreciate them because they actually do have a legitimate like running sneaker, which is weird to say because most of us from the sneaker side of things just know Skechers is the knockoff king. They make knockoff versions of like Nike Air shoes, just everything under the sun. These guys make knockoff versions of, at least historically speaking. Then you enter the running segment and they actually have like $200 running sneakers with the midsole technology that is really, really good. And the crazy thing is I actually have the slides too. The slides are excellent. They're unbelievably good. In fact, I covered them in my top 10 slides video. If you guys missed that one, you should go check it out on my channel. It's really, really good stuff, even as expensive as the slides are and as expensive as some of the running shoes are. Some of them are up to $200. Other ones are about $130, but they all feature that Hyperburst technology. Now, that's not to be confused with the Skechers Burst technology that released years and years ago. And I did a video comparing Skechers Burst versus Adidas Boost technology because Burst looked like a fake version of Boost. However, it was just a textured midsole. It didn't actually have any fused pellets at all. It was really cheap and terrible, but then enter Hyperburst, which is a completely new thing. They're actually one of the first on the market that I remember to do it the way that they're doing it. And it's like almost like a pressure cooked little rubberized thing that's like this big from what they said. And then after they like pressure cook it, so to speak, it blows it up and it kind of makes a larger, like, I don't know, bouncy midsole. It's nuts. And it actually is really, really comfortable. So it's one of those shoes that I know people aren't going to want to try just because it's Skechers. It has a stigma attached to the brand, the name. And, you know, I understand that because I've done a video on, to date, out of 10 years of doing YouTube videos on sneakers, I've done it on, I think, 3 pairs of Skechers so far. And like, I didn't even know how to spell the brand right. I always add a T in there and there's no T. Any which way, it's one of those brands I don't like, but it's one of the products that I'm like most blown away by how good it is. And for those that have actually tried some of the Hyperburst technology and you guys know what I'm talking about, drop a comment and let other people know that I'm not just making stuff up. Like, it's really that good. considering it's one of the products that I don't think people are going to be trying, it's one of those things that you might be missing out on, but probably okay with it again because of the name of Skechers. Any which way, what do you guys think? How was my list? Are there any others that you'd fill out the top 10 with? Drop a comment on some of the other sneakers out there that are just maybe too ugly or too expensive, or just ones that regular people aren't going to give a try, but they are really comfortable. Love to see your guys' comments. And again, if you guys have other comments for other top 5 videos that you guys would like to see, somewhat similar like this, leave a comment as well. Appreciate y'all for stopping by and watching. Again, if you guys want to use my code for KicksWorld, 30% off your first month, you can go over there and check out all the sneakers available for you to be able to secure and then wear for the entire month. So appreciate y'all again for watching. Have a good rest of the day. Peace, guys.